So continuing our story of looking at maximas and minimas, and now we already have enough tools in our pocket. So this should not discourage us too much. First of all, I should simplify it or find out what the product is, and then I will deal with this, right? Because as of now, it is not, it is looking like a product, and I must start thinking, and it is looking like a product, but the question is about a minimum. So let me first think of the sum view, or let me just open it up. So start multiplying the polynomial. X into 1 by x will give you a 1, plus x into a 1 by y will give you a x by y. X into a 1 by z will give you a x by z. Y into a 1 by x will give you a y by x. Y into a 1 by y will give you a 1. A y into a 1 by y will give you a 1. A y into a 1 by z will give you a y by z. A z into a 1 by x will give you a z by x. A z into a y will give you a 1 by y will give you a z by y. And a z into a 1 by z will just give you a 1. Okay, so 1 plus 1 plus 1, I definitely have a 3, right? 3 plus. So I'm eliminating the ones in the story, collecting them all together. And now I'm going to use that reciprocal concept that I learned previously. I notice that there is an x by y here and there is a y by x. Remember, we figured out that for any x plus 1 by x story, the sum, the minimum value of the sum is going to be 2. And then we also used it to just form x by y plus y by x story. So I'm doing the same thing. The sum of these two terms is, the minimum value is going to be 2. Is going to be 2. The 3 was already there. Now there is a 2 as well. Now I know the game very quickly. X by z and a z by x. These two reciprocals, nothing but a term and an inverse of that term, will give me another 2. A y by z and a z by y, another pair of reciprocals, will also give me another 2. Now everything is taken care of. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 2, 9. That means the minimum value for this expression is going to be 9. So now notice that I'm not using the basic level ideas. I'm using what was a problem earlier and what I learned from there. So maybe this is a handy tool. Maybe write it down as an important shortcut as well, right? Because the moment I observed that here, my story is working out. The challenge in this story is that you will think that, oh, I still need to create a AMGM story, but before doing that, learn to use what you have figured out already, right? Otherwise the problem will become longer, but if you use this, the problem is almost instantaneous. So another example, and now we are just in kind of practice territory. Always hit pause and try out the problem by yourself first, because you have all the tools necessary. And a lot is just about like the real growth will happen when you start playing with all of these stories, right? So a into b into c, a product is given, some other equation is given, and I'm asked for the minimum value of b. So I have a product, so let me go for my AMGM story very quickly. Put the greater than equal to sign in between. I have a into b into c, so I will just put a into b into c here and a cube root of that. That means on the other side, I will have the same terms, a plus b plus c, and the number of terms is 3, cube root of 3, the 3 should be here. Now, in this story, can I make a replacement from this equation? I move the b here, the same thing can be written as 2b is equal to a plus c. This a will go on the other side and become a positive. So a plus c is nothing but 2b. I wanted my story in terms of b, so I will just convert all of this into a b. I had a b already and a 2b will give me a 3b. And the 3 will get cancelled. B is greater than equal to this product. What is this product? I know as well, like clockwork, everything figured out. Cube root of 8 is going to be 2. So b is greater than equal to 2. What is the minimum value of b? It is just going to be 2. So you can't prepare yourself for every kind of question. Always go for a few tools and then the ability to tackle any problem on the spot, right? So if you notice, what am I doing? I'm just starting the story. I take a step and then I take another step of, I know these basic steps, right? Replace this term with this term and try and play around and something happens, right? So that's all. So another problem, same idea. The sum is given and I am asked for the product. It looks different, but by now we should know that everything will work out by God's grace. So I'm looking at these terms. So let me put these on one side. There are 3 terms, so there will be There are three terms, so there will be a cube root. So inside I will just write a plus b into b plus c into c plus a. No problem. Let me put up the sign as well. Easiest step ever. If I'm using these as my variables, I should have the same variables on the other side as well. So I will do a plus b plus c and c plus a, and the number of terms is still 3. Now if I observe this, and these kind of questions now can be done orally, if I observe this 2b, 2c, 2a, so this is nothing but twice of a plus b plus c. And now the problem is done. Instead of a plus b plus c, you can put a 12. 2 into 12 is 24. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 8 is greater than equal to the cube root of this. So 8 cube, and then a plus b into b plus c into c plus a. So the maximum value of this product is 8 cube, or whatever that value works out as. So by now it should not even be a challenge, at least for such a problem, right? This is just more warm up, more repetition of our key ideas.